hello everyone. Another day, another adventure. Today, making something a little bit different. Still for the Devil Dart. I'll let you know a little secret. It's going to have some special little fun things in its car. You know, as a child, you always wanted one of those, James Bondy cars or Batman car that you push a button and something, pretty interesting happens. And so building that sort of idea a little bit into the Devil Dart. I know the goggomobil purists out there will be going, oh my goodness, don't do that. But this is my car and I'm going to. So what I'm going to do, and I'll turn this camera around, using all these parts, I'm hoping and attempting to make a little fogger. And what that's going to do is when I flick a switch, smoke or fog, mist if you like, will come out, maybe out of the front wheel wells or somewhere. I haven't quite decided where to route it through to. It depends what sort of is easiest probably and requires least amount of holes in the poor little car. So we flick a switch and smoke billows out, which will be a bit of fun. It's like, the eerie devil car. So this is what today is about. So I've got these bits of perspex here that I've got to glue together, and they're quite strong and thick. So they'll make the box, and you wouldn't believe where they came from. A friend of them gave them to me, and they were actually used to watch quolls, which is an Australian native animal, little carnivore, give birth. And they would actually film them. So they use these as petitions or something. So I thought, well, it's just lying around in the shed. I don't think I'm ever going to be using them to look at quolls give birth. So I might as well repurpose it. So anyway, that's it. So we'll see how the process goes. It could all go bad and I'll have to redo things. But at the moment, there's a plan here somewhere. And let's see how it all goes. Righto, well, I've got my very old but still trusty jigsaw. I think that might be all right for the perspex. I don't know. I haven't really cut perspex, but I figured I could always tidy the edge up a bit with belt sander, or the linister. So let's see how it all goes. Wish me luck, as always. Right, well, progress so far. Got these bits cleaned up, and I'm using this tin as a bit of a jig just to get things square, and it doesn't work out too bad. So next step, let's try and glue some of it up, and I'll let it set and then do the other part tomorrow, hopefully, if I get time. Right, that's glued up. Yeah, I found out that I was mucking around too much with the bottom plate. So that'll go on later, I've decided now. So get these two sides glued together. And then I'll do the other sides. And then do the bottom. And also, I will be sealing it as well with this, because this has to be watertight. So, I mean, this doesn't work. I'll use a Tupperware container or something. But I hope this does. I like to use things laying around the shed and repurpose them. So, yeah, we'll carry on. We'll see. Well, good day, everyone. Another day, another more fiddling around. As you know, I was working on the fogger. Look, I've been doing a bit in the background and mucking around with different pieces, so you haven't seen the whole build, but we're up to proof of concept. Exciting. So I turn around and you can see what I've done. So here's the filler for the water. I've got that in. And we've got the two fogging units coming up through here into the junction block. And look, I realised I could have probably put all the wires into the one and just let that coming out, but I've done this silly thing here. But I'd already had this on the top with the holes drilled and everything, so I thought I'll just use it. But I might yet change that just down the one so it'll look neater. Anyway, so we're up to proof of content. So the idea is, this fan will put air into the box, which will help force the air, the fog, up through here, out either side here, into more tubing, which will go into somewhere in the car, so that when we flick it on, the whole idea is that it will make fog come out from underneath the car. You know, devil fog. Anyway, I'll put some water in this and we'll see how we go. Hopefully it's going to work. Okay, fingers crossed. Well, it's creating fog. Oh, yeah. Now, it might be better once we have a properly sealed box, but I've left it unsealed at the moment. It is actually working. Ah, it's good.